Hello students, as per the latest reduced syllabus and the bifurcation of the syllabus, you all must be knowing that your examination will be conducted in 2 semesters. The first semester will be held online and it will be based on MCQ pattern. And the poem Birches and the other story To Build a Fire, both are there in the first semester. So that is why I have decided to post the YouTube link for the poem Birches. The poem is lengthy but not very difficult, but at the same time there is a lot of philosophy and analysis in the poem which you need to understand. Actually, in this poem, birches is a kind of a tree which is found in English countries, and it has got long, thin, slender, flexible branches which moves down by the burden of the snow. So they fall down and they touch the ground. तो ये बर्चेस जो है वो वहाँ पे एक तरह का ट्री होता है जिसमें लॉन्ग स्लेंडर ब्रांचेस होते हैं जो बहुत ही फ्लेक्सिबल होती हैं, और जो जब स्नोफॉल होती है तो वो टर्न डाउन होती हैं अर्थ की तरफ. ठीक है. एंड द मोमेंट द बर्डन ऑफ द स्नो इज रिमूव्ड, जो ब्रांचेस होती हैं वो अपने प्रॉपर प्लेस पे आ जाती हैं. The poet actually wants a momentary escape from troubles, but he wants to come back to life. He wants to come back to earth, which he feels is the right place of love and life. तो पोइट जो है वो बर्चेस ट्री को जब देखता है तो उसके ब्रांचेस से खेलना स्टार्ट करता है, उस पर स्विंग करना स्टार्ट करता है, लेकिन उसको ये है कि जैसे ही वो अपने बर्डन्स को से रिलैक्स्ड होगा वो वापस अर्थ पे आएगा और अपनी स्ट्रगलफुल लाइफ को फेस करेगा और आगे बढ़ेगा. तो पहली बात तो ये कि जो थीम है उसमें द पोइट डज नॉट वांट्स टू एस्केप फॉर एवर फ्रॉम हिज ट्रबल्स. He actually wants a momentary escape, a temporary escape from the troubles, but then he wants to come back to earth because he feels that earth is the most beautiful place for love and life. Though life is full of struggles, but life is very, very important. Then second theme is that poet wants to convey that there are so many problems and troubles that make your life many a times very dull, monotonous, boring. So he, in order to remove those tensions, anxieties and worries, he want to reach the place of peace. And birches is a symbol of peace. The flexible branches of birches, they are a symbol of peace because he is swinging on those branches and then he feels that he is being relaxed. So if you can see, I have there are no stanzas in the poem, and I have put numbering on the lines. So today we will complete from line number 1 to line number 15. All right, there are number of meanings and other important things which are written, but today we will complete only from line number 1 to line number 15. And when the poet is choosing the tree birches as a vehicle to escape from the problems, the poet focused on the biblical references that the tree is both life giver and life threatener. तो ये दोनों बातें आपको याद रखनी है कि पोएट ने जब बर्चेस को एक सिंबॉलिक एक व्हीकल के फॉर्म में सिलेक्ट किया, तो पोएट का जो इंटेंशन है और जो पर्पस है वो ये फोकस करना है, जो कि बेस्ड है बिब्लिकल रेफरेंस पे, द ट्री इज बोथ लाइफ गिवर एंड लाइफ थ्रेटनर. ऑल राइट, तो ये चीज़ आपको इसमें याद रखनी है. एंड इन सेम रिस्पेक्ट द पोएम इज़ एन एक्सटेंडेड मेटाफर. तो जो फॉर्म है पोएम का वो लिरिक है, बट द पोएम इज़ एक्चुअली अ मेटाफर. The poem is an extended metaphor. The birch tree representing creative life itself. ये सेंटेंस को आप याद रखिएगा कि birch tree जो है it is representing creature, life itself, and their flexibility support each other. That is very, very important. So the person needs to balance and overcome the harshness of life. ये इसमें theme है. But you can never escape from the troubles of your life forever. Finally, after getting relaxed, after getting a change in life, you have to come back to your to the place where you have to struggle for your existence. तो पोइट ये तो बोल रहा है कि लाइफ इज़ फुल ऑफ टेंशंस, वरीज एंड स्ट्रगल्स, बट एट द सेम टाइम पोइट ने बर्च को एक सिंबॉलिक बना लिया, एक व्हीकल बना लिया है जहाँ पे जा कर के पोइट जो है वो अपनी टेंशंस को रिलीज़ कर रहा है, लेकिन फिर वो वापस भी आ रहा है. When I see birches bent to left and right, this is line number 1, across the lines of straightener. Straighter means upright, darker trees. I like to think some boys been swinging them. So the poet is saying that whenever he opens in this poem actually opens in a very easy and simple style. तो speaker जो है वो अपने childhood days को भी remember कर रहा है. तो when he goes to the forest of the birches and when he observes the tree birch, और जब उसकी branches को देख रहा है that they are bending from left to right across the lines of the erected dark trees, he tends to imagine, poet का imagination क्या बोलता है, that some boys they must have been swinging. ठीक है, whenever the poet reaches the forest of the birch and he notices the flexible branch of the tree upside down touching the ground, तो poet का imagination क्या होता है, that there are some village boys who must have been playing, who must have been swinging, and that is the reason why the branches they have turned down. But swinging doesn't bend down to stay as ice storms do. लेकिन तभी पोइट जो है वो अपना जो इमेजिनेशन है और जो ऑब्जर्व कर रहा है उसको चेंज कर रहा है और क्या बोल रहा है, बट ओनली स्विंगिंग ऑफ द बॉयज़, ठीक है, कैन नॉट बेंड दीज ब्रांचेस टू सच एन एक्सटेंट. दिस इज़ द जॉब ऑफ आइस स्टॉर्म्स. तो सिर्फ बॉयज़ का जो प्ले है, जो स्विंगिंग है, वो ही ब्रांचेस को नीचे नहीं कर सकता है, बल्कि आइस स्टॉर्म्स यानी कि बर्डन्स ऑफ द आइस जो हैं वो ऐसा करते हैं. ठीक है, तो soon the reality is observed by the poet and he feels that the birches cannot be bent down permanently by swinging. It is done by the ice storms. In other words, only the ice storms can burn the birches permanently. तो finally जो है वो पोइट ये आइडिया लगाता है कि जो स्नोफॉल जब होती है उसका बर्डन जब फ्लेक्सिबल ब्रांचेस पे आता है तो वो उनको परमानेंटली बेंट डाउन करता है, अदरवाइज स्विंगिंग ऐसा नहीं कर सकती. So in these lines the poet has actually given the description of an observed phenomena. He brings together the opposite reality and fancy which continues in other part of द पोएम एज वेल. आप आगे भी जाएंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि पोइट का जो इमेजिनेशन है और जो ऑब्जर्विंग एटीट्यूड है, इट कीप्स ऑन फ्लक्चुएटिंग, इट कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग. जैसे यहाँ पे पोइट ने पहले आइडिया लगाया कि ये जो द बॉयज़, द विलेज बॉयज़, दे मस्ट बी स्विंगिंग एंड दैट इज़ द रीज़न वाई द ब्रांचेस दे आर टर्न डाउन. बट देन वेरी सून ही चेंजेस हिज फिलोसफी एंड ही सेज दैट इट इज़ द बर्डन ऑफ द आइस, द स्नो, विच हैज़ परमानेंटली बेंड देम these branches. Often you must have seen them loaded with ice a sunny winter morning after a rain. Then the poet says that he must have seen birches loaded with ice. जब रेनफॉल होता है या फिर विंटर में जब हैवी स्नो होती है तो उसके बाद भी ये जो ब्रांचेस होती हैं, यहाँ पे देम इज़ रेफर टू द ब्रांचेस ऑफ द बर्च. लोडेड मीन्स कवर्ड. ठीक है, सो वेन एवर पीपल दे यूज टू कम आउट ऑफ देयर हाउसेज इन द सनी मॉर्निंग, दे यूज टू नोटिस that the branches they are covered with the heavy snow. They click upon themselves as the breeze rises and turn many colored as the stir cracks and crazes their enamel. यहाँ पे enamel is referred to the white coating of snow. Usually this word is connected with teeth, the whiteness of the teeth, but यहाँ पे enamel word जो है it is used for the white coating of snow. And crazes means breaks. Cracks you all know. Cracks also means breaks and crazes means craze also means breaks. Poet बोल रहा है कि these ice burdens they make a kind of a clicking sound. They click upon themselves का मतलब they make a kind of a clicking sound as the ice cracks. तो जैसे जैसे sun आता है और sun rays पड़ती हैं बर्च के फ्लेक्सिबल ब्रांचेस के ऊपर, जिसके ऊपर स्नो कवर है, स्नो का लोड है, तो वो जब क्रैक होता है तो उससे एक टिपिकल आवाज़ निकलती है, और जैसे जैसे ब्रीज मींस एयर चलती है तो यही स्नो जो है वो उसमें वेराइटी ऑफ कलर्स देखने को मिलता है जब सन रेज क्रॉस करते हैं, एंड ग्रेजुअली दे क्रैक, दे ब्रेक, and the white coating of the snow is removed. Soon the sun's warmth makes them shed crystal shells, shattering and avalanching on the snow crust. धीरे धीरे जो सन की वार्मथ होती है वो क्या करती है कि it increases, and then the ice on the birch is shaken and it breaks into fragments to fall down on the earth. तो ये जो क्रिस्टल शेल्स हैं दे आर रिफर टू द पीस ऑफ आइस which are shining, and very soon they break, they started breaking, and the heap of the snow is broken, and then it falls down on the crust, and the crust becomes covered with snow. So what are the two things which are responsible for removing the load of snow from the birch tree? One is the warmth of the sun, and another is the breeze. So these two things are responsible for the breaking of the snow. So these pieces of shining ice resemble pieces of broken glass. One would think as if the inner dome of the heaven had been broken into pieces and the earth is covered with heaps of broken glass. तो पोएट जो है वो बोल रहा है कि such heaps of broken glass to sweep away, you'd think the inner dome of the heaven had fallen. Meaning to say, the snow load of snow is so big that the moment it breaks and it falls down, heaps word use हो रहा है, it is so large in number, so big they are, that they appear to be like broken glass, and then you will start feeling that the inner dome of the heaven had been broken into pieces and the earth is covered with heaps of broken glass. तो ये यहाँ line number 13 तक we have completed. They are dragged to the withered bracken by the load. Withered means dried up. Bracken means fern. Dragged means they, तो यहाँ पे आप समझ जाएं, they are it is referred to the birch branch. So they are bent down. Dragged means bent down, and then they fall on the dried up fern by the load, and they seem not to break. और यहाँ पे ऐसा लगता है that they are not going to break. So we have completed till line number 15. I will continue from the half of the line number 15 to line number 30 in my next video. So there are three important things which you have to remember: the theme, and that the poem is in the form of lyric, and that the poet has taken birch as a vehicle, as a symbol, and according to the biblical reference, the tree is both a giver and a life threatener. And the theme, there are two important themes. Theme number one is that the poet wants to convey to the readers that the life is full of problems and troubles, tensions and worries. So in between we need to take rest, but then finally we have to come back to life, and the poet himself wants a momentary escape from life, but he finally comes back on the earth. पोएम जो है वो एक्सटेंडेड मेटाफर है. बर्च ट्री जो है वो एक क्रिएटिव, इट इज़ रिप्रेजेंटिंग अ लाइफ इटसेल्फ. ठीक है. So the person needs to balance and overcome the harshness of life. So we have completed till line number 15.